Hello everyone, in this video I'll be doing a build guide on the Mystic class, the Order of the Blade, using the Soul Reaper discipline here, which is a very fun one, allowing us to regain our psi points as we attack. This class was made by Xhevo, and we'll be going with the Order of the Blade subclass. You may need the Mystic Expanded to be able to select this one, but yeah, this is a very fun class, giving us many different options. Now, for our first psionic talent cantrip here, I think that the ability to knock a creature prone with Mind Slam is definitely one that you want. Mind Thrust can be nice for the psychic damage, and you can also go with the push or pull if you want to knock people around. So I'd go with any one of those, but Energy Beam can be nice if you want to set up elemental damage as well, because you can choose a damage type with this one. But we go with the Psychic Hammer and Mind Slam there. And then for our first Psionic Discipline, I think it's best to go with the Soul Reaper here, which gives us the Soul Harvest. So whenever a target has less than 50% of his health, we deal additional damage to it. The Soul Grip, which can push or pull an unwilling creature towards you as a bonus action. We have the Soul Eater here, which whenever you reduce a target to 0 health points, you regain 5 psi points, which is a melee attack. And then the Doom here, which you can place a concentration on the enemy, and while within 9 meters of it, it cannot regain health points. Its movement speed is halved, and it will lose any resistance that it may have, which is really good. So we're going to take that. And the Order of the Blade, which gives us the War Adept. When wielding a weapon that matches your chosen fighting style from the Mystic, you use your intelligence modifier for attack and damage rolls. Additionally, gain additional ability to choose based on the fighting style that you choose. So Great Weapon Fighting gives us Psychic Smite, Dueling gives us Psychic Flourish, Archery gives us Psychic Barrage, and then Thrown Weapon Fighting gives us Psychic Shockwave. So a few really good ones here. Psychic Smite being really fun, so if you want to go with a 2-weapon fighting, that'd be the way to go for the Psychic Smite, or the Psychic Flourish. So a few great choices, and then at level 6 we get the extra attack. The Mystic Arsenal also gives us the ability to choose a fighting style, so we use the spell and get a fighting style. And then we also get proficiency in martial weapons and medium armor and shields. So really nice, because medium armor, I think, might be the best armor type in the game. As for our ability scores here, I think that it's best to go with 16 intelligence, and then put the plus 1 to this here, and then we'll take our constitution of 14 and go with something like this. So 16 dex, 14 constitution, 16 intelligence, and the rest of the points like that. So I'll be going over all of the gear as well as how to play this a bit later on in the video. It's pretty fun though, because the Mystic has so many great options. I was requested to do this build many times, so I wanted to finally cover it. And we get telepathy, which is basically free detect thoughts always. And after spending psi points, you can spend a bonus action to regain health points equal to 1 plus your Mystic level. And then more psi points, always nice. At level 3 here, we get a nice little boost. So we get our choice of psionic talent. We can even take Blade Meld, which is nice to prevent us from being disarmed. That's a good choice there if you want to have something there just to help out. But we can also go with something Mind Thrust for a little bit extra psychic damage. And now for our next spell, Nomadic Step's actually really good. It's funny that I opted for that one. Psionic Weapon gives us the ability to add a little bit extra damage. So transfer your weapons to pure psionic energy. Your weapon attacks will deal half damage upon missing as a bonus action, which is really great for 10 turns. Lethal Strike can be use our weapon with psychic damage. And then the Augmented Weapon makes our weapon +3 in bonus to attack and damage rolls. Psychic Assault being another good one, which gives us the ever-powerful Psychic Blast, which psychic damage is extremely strong, especially if you have the ability, or the Resonant Stone, which will apply that to another target, so that can be really good. There's a few different choices here, like the Nomadic Alchemy. I like the Mastery of Time as well, with the Acceleration Zone, giving yourself the ability to haste yourself, which is really nice. Nomadic Step, though, is pretty good for just teleporting around. You get a little bit extra movement, mobility, swap positions with the enemy, and you can create like a teleportation between 2 areas. Precognition's pretty nice too, but I think the best choice here is going with the Psionic Skirmishing here. For the reason being, we get the Psionic Alacrity, giving us an extra attack for 10 turns, 5 psi points, so we can get pretty strong with this extra attack. Strike all nearby enemies with our weapons with Blade Fury. Elemental Infusement here gives additional 1d6 of a damage type, so you can choose like cold damage if you want to. Slice and Dice perform 2 weapon attacks in quick succession, only can be used wielding a weapon in each hand. So depending on if you want to use the 2-handed weapon or a 1-handed weapon, depends, I guess, what you choose there. At level 4, we get Strength of Mind, Proficiency, and Save and Throw of our choice, and we get a ability score improvement here. I would say take up your Intelligence. I think that's just the best choice for us to go with. And then next we get more psi points. We can spend up to level 5, so we can get that extra attack now at level 5, so it gets really powerful. And Psychic Assault. I really like that for the psychic damage, but Sonic Weapon is also pretty useful to take, so we'll take that there, since we're going to be more so a martial class. Level 6, extra attack. Enough said. That's really good. At level 7 here, we get another psionic discipline. So I think it's best to go with a choice like the... If you really want to, you can go psionic throwing and take like Nirolna. Psionic restoration will give us healing spells, which can be pretty useful. And nice to have. But nomadic step is also great for the like ability to teleport around, like a misty step type deal. As we're a martial class, we need to get up in the face. Now we get psionic strike whenever we make a weapon attack, deal additional 1d8 psychic damage, which gets pretty freaky. We'll take alert here or intelligence improvement, one of the two, your choice. And then level 6, we get another psionic discipline, so even further. Mantle of Courage can be nice. We get the ability to give temporary health points and bestow up to 6 creatures being immune to sleep, charm, fear. And then Pillar of Confidence, instill 6 creatures with a surge of confidence, giving them an extra action on their next turn. So this is a pretty good ability to, especially if you got the multiple increased party size mod, because you can give everyone haste for a turn, which is super powerful, and you can even haste yourself for an extra action, which is great. I also just like to go with the classic Mastery of Time here, because you can make a haste zone for your entire team. And what's good about that is you can step into it, get your action, do your actions, and then step out of it if you need to. Tap into your own life force, regaining 7 side points, but reduce your maximum health by 7. And then light step, alter your weight, increase your movement speed by 3 meters, and become immune to prone. That could actually be a really good cantrip here, so I don't know if I'm going to change that around. Again, Blade Meld can be nice, but if you're not getting disarmed often, not something you really need too often. Psionic Mastery allows us to free cast, which is great. And then at level 12, we get a final Psionic Discipline. So we're mostly going to want to use the Soul Reaper, but I also like to take the Psionic Assault here, just because Psychic Blast can deal 8d8 in a cone. It's like Cone of Cold, but psychic damage, which is easy to double. And then Psychic Crush is also really great. So yeah, it gets very, very powerful. So that's what we'll go with there. And so with our Mystic Assault, we learn a fighting style, which will give us, so if we go with 2-weapon fighting, this will give us the Psychic Smite. So you can see it. You can see here we get ourselves the Psychic Blast. There's Sonic Mastery, Psychic Crush. Oh, it might actually be just right over here. I'm not. Yeah, there we go. Psychic Smite. So this does not. There's use a side point. Basically, you can upcast it and deal extra psychic damage, which is busted strong. And you should use a 2-handed weapon whenever we're using that, because it's a fighting style. However, you don't have to. You can just get the psychic, the ability there. So we're going to go with the Sword of Chaos, because that's a good sword for, you can see there now, it's imbued with purple flame. It looks really cool. So yeah, I guess really the best strategy here would be, I'll show you the armor. So I think Armor of Agility is being the best in slot for here, especially if you're going to go and take maybe one less point. Don't take Alert and you get points into your Dexterity there, because the higher the Dexterity, the higher the armor class with this armor. So this can get pretty crazy. I'll just dye it to match this build, and then we'll get out into combat. We got ourselves Cloak of Protection, Evasive Shoes, and the Ring of Protection for +3 to armor class. We have 23. However, if you use a shield and do dueling, you get a little bit more that way. Killer Sweetheart, next attack will be critical, which is huge. Mask of Soul Perception, +2 to initiative and attack rolls. And then I also have the Hellrider Longbow. So we got like a +10 to our alert, basically. So you could go with a Dexterity improvement to take this up to 24. It's really your choice. But Soul Eater being a pretty powerful spell that we can use, I guess I'll get out into combat and show what this looks like. So we'll just leave camp here. Now, the Resonance Stone in Act 2 is going to make this very, very powerful. So if you got the Resonance Stone, this can be very nice to have, because you'll be able to deal double damage with your Psychic. So the 7d6 on Psychic Smite will literally one-shot everyone. If something's resistant to necrotic damage, I would recommend using Psychic damage, but we typically want to be using our Soul Eater as much as possible to regain our side points. So you can use that just for a bit of restoration there. Now, what this looks like in terms of practice is we're going to open up here, and we'll... Borrowed Time can be fun as a bonus action, but we're going to want to apply this acceleration zone somewhere around where we know a combat encounter is going to happen. And then we go into this and we get ourselves haste. So I guess we'll... Yeah, we got ourselves 17 initiative there, which is crazy. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait for them to come towards us. We can also just go in and get our extra health from this. But we're going to want to use our abilities as much as possible. So Soul Harvest, Soul Eater, and Psychic Smite obviously being a very effective option too. So we just go back into this, get our extra attack, and then we'll give ourselves the psionic alacrity here, which gives us an extra attack. And we can use this until long rest, which is crazy, so I should have done that before combat. So we got ourselves psionic alacrity, and then we can even just attack with like a mind thrust just to try and hit them. It's not gonna... Oh, he saved on it. That's fine. We also have another action here, so yeah, it's crazy. We can just buff ourselves up. I also didn't use this. We should also get this stacked up so we can increase our attack rolls. Gain the effects of 2-weapon fighting whenever we reduce the health. This is the one we likely want to use, the Soul Reaper, which is going to heal us when we take out an enemy. So yeah, we'll buff ourselves up with that. And use our bonus action. And then I guess for the final action, we could use our psi points, but I think it's best to just leave them for time being. Or maybe we could try to hit them with this. Oh yeah, it has a 100% hit chance. Boom. And finish them off with that. Psychic damage is really strong. Even without the Resonant Stone buffing us up, it's strong. So we got our Keyblade Warriors there. We'll just let them dash and come out to us. And just to show off the effectiveness of this, I'll also show this off against the guards in right outside Baldur's Gate itself. I hate how the AI always works like that. He runs towards the door for some reason. But we'll just let them make their way towards us, and we'll show off what this can do combat-wise. So I guess the nice thing is we have our we can run back to that anytime because we have extra movement speed. So we can blast them just with, like, I guess the pull or push. So we can pull a target 3 meters. And you know what? I might just end my turn back in here. I'm not going to even attack, just to show off how powerful this is. We'll just let them come towards us because this is a melee attack. Cast darkness on there. That's fine. We can always just run into there, get the effects, and run back out. So yeah, that's not a big deal there. And let them run their way towards us, because we're gonna literally destroy them. We one-shot their friend there, so yeah. There's all 3 of them. So the thing is, when you leave this zone, you do lose the ability to attack with this. So yeah, that does unfortunately suck, but that's why it's important to set it in a zone that's I guess powerful to hit with. So oh, we kept our... Never mind. So we just go right up to them and get to swinging. So our sword's imbued with a pink flame, and we don't need to go we don't need to go all the way in with this, but I'm going to anyways for the fun of it. Bonk. 42 psychic damage. Crazy. And then we can go ahead and attack again. Big bonk. Executioner. Boom. That one-shotted her. And then we can go again and psychic smite. Big bonk. Not enough movement speed. That's okay because we got our little teleport here, so we can reach out, attempt to swap position with the enemy, teleport up to 6 meters. Yeah, we also got the we also have our cantrip, which allows us to move a little bit further, so we could go that route with the this one uses our gives us 3 meters extra movement speed, so then now we can just go ahead and bonk with our sword. So I don't think I even need to upcast that much, so we'll just go ahead with this here. It might not kill him. Psychic strike, that's fine, and then we'll just go with many attacks here. So boom, we can even react with the psychic smite. So yeah, that's really strong. We do get our charges back at long rest, so I probably shouldn't have abused that and sent myself a crazy amount of side points, because yeah, I should have regained them there, because I'm just going to go out to the combat encounter right outside the gate. It's not really a combat encounter, but I love to show off what you can do here because it's pretty crazy. So we're just going to drop the acceleration zone right around here and then get to blasting. So we'll go acceleration zone here, and with this we will be able to do a lot of damage. So oh, that started combat. That's okay. So with this, we'll just move ahead here. This is where we got our Psychic Blast, being a really good spell, so we can do 10d8 of psychic damage. And you can see, we can hit a lot of targets with this. So, boom! They all dead. Yeah, that was crazy. So, we got more creatures into the fight. I almost killed Minsk with that. He just barely held on. But since we got our haste, we can literally just run in and do a crazy blast again. So, yeah, you do want to use the Soul Eater as much as possible. I got stunned by the Mother Brain, of course I did. That sucks. But it might be able to do that. Let's see, Psychic Crush stuns targets in that area. Psychic Blast, we'll try to do this again. And boom. That took out a lot of them. So yeah, that's pretty strong. I lost my concentration on haste. That's fine. Everyone's got immobilized there. But psychic damage being our best friend there, you can literally just blast him dead. I don't recommend doing that. I should show off the Soul Eater. Mince got down because I blasted him. That's fine. Everyone's stunned. And then we're going to go in and use our Frig. This is Constitution fail. Free cast. Free cast won't let us go. Crap. Mind broken. That sucks. Well, I shouldn't have moved that close to the gate this near the end of the game. But basically, yeah, you want to use the Soul Reaper attack as much as possible. That is quite strong, so I guess we'll run our way back this way. Hopefully we can do that. And then, yeah, basically what we want to use is the Soul Eater here. So whenever we attack there, bonk, we got ourselves side points back. So, yeah, that gets really good because then you can continue to spam your Psychic Smites. This is very powerful, so I just want to cover this build because I was playing around with this, had a lot of fun with it, and a lot of people were asking for it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.